Hiya, lovely parents. I just wanted to give a firsthand experience with growing up speaking two languages. As most of you know, I was born in France. I moved when I was quite young, too, and my dad is French and my mother is American, and my parents really worked hard to keep French in the household growing up. And I wanted to give kind of my experience with that. So, first off, the ability to speak both French and English has greatly impacted my life. It would be entirely different had I grown up only speaking English. It has influenced so many different aspects of my life really, really positively. And I feel so fortunate that my parents worked so hard to keep French in our household, in our lives, basically. So first off, in academia, I fought to speak English entirely. I did not want to speak French at all. I was going to show you a little bit of my sass here. If we say play. So you can see by that very small and very blurry clip that I'm rolling my eyes. I did not want to speak French. My friends didn't speak French. I didn't understand why I should speak French. Um, I I fought to speak English, and my parents didn't allow it. It was kind of the reverse style of French in my adolescence because I spoke French at home and English at school. And with our students and our friends, we speak French at school and English at home. And it's entirely normal for them to battle against speaking French or to kind of say that, no, I don't need to do that today. But what we're developing is the mechanism that allows for the students to switch over to French automatically. And so growing up, I would speak to my dad and je parlerais en français parce que je savais qu'il parlait français. I'd speak to him in French because I knew that he spoke French and that was normal. And then I would speak to my mom in English. And that mechanism is just implemented now in my mind, which is really cool because I've tried to learn other languages since, and it's not as easy, and it's not the same kind of way that you learn things because you don't remember learning another language before adolescence. So you're a sponge; you absorb it so quickly, and even if it seems like you're not understanding what you're helping your child or the student with, they're absorbing it a lot differently, and even if it seems like it's not hitting, it really is. There are songs that I didn't even realize that I knew all the words to until I actually started teaching this past semester because I hadn't listened to them since then, since I was young, and I didn't have to work to learn French, which a lot of my friends had to, and I am so happy that I didn't because French is a really hard language to learn. But I also wanted to say that I didn't actually notice that French was benefiting me positively in my academics until probably high school when I started learning a lot of vocabulary. And the benefit with knowing French and English is that you have a Latin and Germanic base of your languages. And so a lot of difficult words have Latin bases in them, and you can kind of discern what they mean just by looking at them when you have a French base, just because they are similar to French words. And so I always had a lot more ease with learning vocabulary, which becomes a bigger thing in high school. So it's like it kind of gives you a different perspective on thinking and on language itself. And so that's kind of a cool side note. But then speaking two languages looks great on a transcript. I got college credit going into university, so I didn't have to pay for those classes. I think I got 12 classes that I didn't have to go to, but I got credit for them. And so that was very, very cool. And it also helped me get into my master's program. And I actually had a lot of research texts in my master's program that were in French originally, and they weren't translated in English. And so that was just beneficial as well. But that's later on down the line. professionally speaking. um, Service industry jobs, every service industry job I've had, I've encountered people who are from France or from Canada or from Africa or from some place that speaks French, just every once in a while, and it gives a lot more of a personal experience with those people. It's also helped me get internships. It's been a key factor in me getting internships just because there was a French component to it, as well as careers, because here we are. I'm a French teacher now, and I never expected to be because I didn't want to speak French growing up. But the students are really lucky because of the fact that they have friends that all speak French as well. So it's going to be kind of something beneficial for them to continue to learn French as time goes on, because their classmates will be speaking French as well. So that's a really, really good benefit to having the immersion program. Socially, you really get a better understanding of those around you, because there are a lot of people that speak French only and not English. If they speak French and German or French and Spanish, and people have different personalities in their native language, and it's really cool to kind of be able to interact with that instead of somebody who might not speak English at all and has just a few words and can't really express themselves. And then you can kind of go into French, and then they're a completely different person. Better connection with others, same kind of thing with my natural personality, I think, is in English, but I do have a personality in French. But I do get frustrated sometimes in French because I can't express myself as well as in English. So I'll be having conversations with my French friends who can kind of speak English, and we'll kind of be going back and forth with Fringlish, of like going from one thing to the other, because sometimes I can express some things in French better because of the fact that it's the nature of the vocabulary. But it's kind of an interesting side note. But then art and cinema, tons of beautiful French art and cinema, and it's kind of cool to be able to watch it in French, as well as a global perspective. There are so many different countries that speak French. Here's a little map of it, but there are a lot of different places that speak French, and to be able to interact with those people that speak French, as well as the places that speak English, with globalization and with communication being so readily available, it's so important to be able to speak multiple languages, because it makes it so much easier. You don't need somebody to be there to translate for you, and you have a lot more opportunities. And so, as I said earlier, my life would be entirely different had I grown up speaking only English. I can't thank my parents enough for keeping French in our household and for keeping me speaking French, because it has been one of the defining factors of who I am as a person. And I think that it's been one of the most beneficial things in most areas of my life. And so I just wanted to take this video and take this opportunity to share a personal experience with speaking two languages growing up, and how much it's benefited me and impacted my life. And that if the students are fighting right now and pushing, it is okay. They are going to keep doing French next year and the year after that. But it's normal. It's totally normal. It doesn't mean that they're not gonna succeed in speaking French. It just means that they are kids. I am so happy to be able to speak two languages, and I think that it's really incredible that you're giving your children and these students the opportunity to speak two languages, because it's incomparable to anything else. Basically, it's really a gift that you're giving these students, and just a little push to say, keep on going. I mean, it's tough right now, but it really is an incredible opportunity that you're providing for this generation. And so thanks for listening, and I will see you guys next week. Madame Boisson out.